When you think of ancient empires, what comes to mind? Rome, Greece, maybe Persia? For centuries, our history books have focused on these familiar names. But what if I told you there's a vast, rich, and powerful history that's often been left in the shadows? A history of immense wealth, groundbreaking knowledge, and sprawling empires that dominated their time. Today, we are re-embarking on a journey through time to uncover the untold stories of the great African empires. So, get comfortable, because we're about to rewrite the history you thought you knew. Let's start our journey in West Africa, with an empire whose name is synonymous with gold, the Ghana Empire. Flourishing from around the 8th to the 13th century, this wasn't the modern country of Ghana we know today. Its territory was further north, in what is now Mali and Mauritania. Its capital Kaombe Saleage was a bustling metropolis, a tale of two cities. One part was home to the king and his royal court, a sacred space filled with magnificent buildings. The other was a vibrant commercial hub where merchants from across the Sahara gathered. What made Ghana so powerful? One word: trade. The empire was strategically located between the salt mines of the Sahara Desert to the north and the gold fields of West Africa to the south. Salt was so valuable back then, it was often traded for its weight in gold. The kings of Ghana controlled this trade with incredible skill. They didn't just participate in it, they taxed it. Every donkey load of salt coming in, and every shipment of gold going out had a tax, filling the royal coffers beyond imagination. Arab traveler al-Bakri wrote in the 11th century that the king owned a nugget of gold so large he could tether his horse to it. Imagine that. This wealth funded a massive army, with reports of up to 200,000 soldiers, which maintained peace and security across a vast region, allowing trade and culture to thrive. But as the Ghana Empire began to decline, another rose to take its place, and this one would become even more legendary. Welcome to the Mali Empire. Founded in the 13th century by the legendary Sundiata Keita, the Lion King, Mali grew to be one of the largest empires in the world at the time. Its story is an epic, immortalized in the Epic of Sundiata, passed down through generations of griots or West African storytellers. Sundiata, an exiled prince, returned to defeat a tyrannical king and unite the Mande peoples, laying the foundation for an empire that would stretch for over 1,000 miles. The Mali Empire built upon the trade routes established by Ghana, controlling not just gold and salt, but also copper and agricultural trade. Its cities, like Timbuktu, Jen, and Gao, became world-renowned centers of learning and commerce. Scholars, architects, and poets flocked to Timbuktu, which housed vast libraries and the prestigious Sankar University. Students and professors there studied not just Islamic theology, but also mathematics, astronomy, medicine, and law. The books and manuscripts created in Timbuktu were some of the most valuable commodities of the time, sought after throughout the Islamic world. And of course, we can't talk about the Mali Empire without mentioning its most famous ruler, Mansa Musa. His reign in the early 14th century is considered the empire's golden age. Mansa Musa is often described as the richest person in all of history. To put his wealth into perspective, his famous pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324 was so extravagant that it literally changed the economy of the regions he passed through. He traveled with a caravan that stretched as far as the eye could see, including tens of thousands of soldiers, civilians, and servants, and hundreds of camels, each carrying hundreds of pounds of pure gold. He gave away so much gold in cities like Cairo that he caused the price of gold to plummet, and it took the local economy over a decade to recover. This journey wasn't just a display of wealth, it was a masterful act of international diplomacy, putting Mali and Timbuktu on the map for the entire medieval world. As Mali's influence waned, a new power emerged from one of its former territories. The Songhai Empire, rising in the 15th century, would become the largest and one of the most powerful states in West African history. Its military leaders, like Sunni Ali, were brilliant strategists. Sunni Ali commanded a powerful army and a fleet of war canoes on the Niger River, allowing him to conquer vast territories, including the crucial trading cities of Timbuktu and Jen. He ruled for nearly 30 years, constantly campaigning and expanding the empire's borders. After Sunni Ali, another great leader, Askia Muhammad the Great, took the throne. Like Mansa Musa before him, Askia was a devout Muslim who made a pilgrimage to Mecca. He returned not just with spiritual inspiration, but with a vision to centralize and revitalize the empire. He established an efficient bureaucracy, with governors for each province, a professional army, and a system of weights and measures to standardize trade. Under his rule, intellectual life in Timbuktu reached new heights. He was a great patron of learning, and the city's reputation as a center for scholarship grew even stronger than it had been under Mali. The Songhai Empire was a testament to sophisticated governance and military might, controlling a vast and diverse population for over a century. Now, let's journey east and south, to the Kingdom of Axum, located in modern-day Ethiopia and Eritrea, flourishing from the 1st to the 7th century AD. Axum was a major player in the commercial network between the Roman Empire and ancient India. Its main port, Agelis, on the Red Sea, was a bustling hub where goods like ivory, tortoise shells, and spices were traded. Axum was known for its monumental architecture, most famously the towering stelae, or obelisks. These massive stone towers, some reaching over 100 feet high, were carved from single pieces of granite and served as grave markers for royalty. They are a breathtaking feat of ancient engineering. What makes Axum particularly significant is its early adoption of Christianity. In the 4th century, King Ozana converted to Christianity, making Axum one of the first empires in the world to declare Christianity as its state religion, even before the Roman Empire. This created a lasting Christian legacy that continues in Ethiopia to this day. Axum also developed its own unique written script, Ge'ez, which is still used in the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. Their ability to mint their own coins, their complex trade networks, and their unique cultural and religious identity made Axum a formidable power of the ancient world. Finally, we travel further south to an empire whose stone ruins have puzzled and fascinated explorers for centuries. Great Zimbabwe, thriving between the 11th and 15th centuries. This kingdom was the heart of a vast trading network that stretched to the Indian Ocean coast. From there, its gold, ivory, and other goods reached as far as China. The name Zimbabwe means stone houses, and it's a fitting name. The capital city was a marvel of architecture, featuring massive mortarless stone walls. The most famous structure, the Great Enclosure, has walls over 36 feet high and 16 feet thick. For years, European colonists refused to believe that indigenous Africans could have built such a sophisticated structure, inventing theories about foreign builders. But archaeology has proven definitively that Great Zimbabwe was a creation of the local Shona people, a testament to their incredible engineering skill and social organization. The sheer scale of these ruins points to a highly organized, prosperous, and powerful society. It was a regional powerhouse, the center of a thriving culture that dominated the southern African plateau for centuries. From the golden sands of the Sahara to the lush landscapes of the south, these African empires were centers of immense wealth, profound knowledge, and incredible power. Their stories are not footnotes in history. They are central chapters in the grand narrative of our shared human past. They built cities that were the envy of the world, established universities when much of Europe was in the Dark Ages, and managed trade networks that spanned continents. Their legacies challenge our perspectives and enrich our understanding of what civilization means. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through time. There are so many more incredible stories to tell from African history. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Let me know in the comments which empire you found most fascinating. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.